Ignition, rapid fire through your skull. Shot it on when taking it back to the days of trying to lose control.
Better not do fucking great. Something's doing behind me. Like that.
Fuck you all. Instant reload, do it. Yes, do it again. Smoking it, yes. Blast them.
We tap energy from everything on and off the map. Oh shit, I'm feeling it.
Get him.
Hell yeah, fuck yeah, I feel like killing it. Alright, that's not what it's like to experience.
Hello guys, Mr. E here, and today I've finally done it. I've cracked the Skitarii code. This is the most powerful build on the Skitarii. I joke you not, I kid you not, whatever that saying is. Stupid powerful, crazy damage, crazy amplification of damage for not only us but our entire team. You know, crazy utility, reviving teammates, doing as much damage as any other character in the team, even the Psyker included sometimes. Wild DPS numbers out of this guy, and just such a good teammate because we are annihilating every type of elite, every type of special. They cannot survive. They run in fear at the sight of the Skitarii here. So we're going to start off with the combat blade here. Crit chance, riposte for extra crit chance, then lacerate for bleeds and damage versus unyielding. This is our boss damage weapon whenever a boss is in the arena. That's not a boss, but it also applies to them, right? Go ahead and just hit him with the knife some, right? That's free damage, baby. Those bleed stacks actually do a lot of work. And additionally, with this knife, whenever we crit, we're applying electrocution, which applies brittleness that you can see right there, right? That brittleness and that electrocution effect will stun any enemy that is not a boss. So these guys, one crit, he is now paralyzed for those 3 seconds, can't do anything. Same thing applies to bulwarks even. So this guy, hit him on the shield, get one crit, he is now paralyzed, and that allows you to circle around behind him and do whatever else you need to do, and he's done from there. So that is super impactful. This makes the knife a very safe weapon for us to, you know, 1v1 crushers and 1v1 you know, anything with, because all you got to do is pop one crit and they're done for. And the extra benefit of this is that if they're stunned like that and they're electrocuted, then your follow-up attacks are going to do even more damage and just pop them instantly. So be looking out for that little synergy. And also this knife is super great for mobility and repositioning, and because the arc rifle is such a slow moving weapon like this, we're going to be gunning a lot, we need to use this weapon to keep up with our team and keep close. Then down here we have the arc rifle, insano, crazy fucking weapon. We have flak armor unyielding to pop gunners and just instantly annihilate most of those enemies in the game, and unyielding to lean into the reapers, to the bulwarks, and most importantly, the bosses, the monstrosities. They are going to get melted by this. One thing I think is really important, and I have no idea why it's the case, but for whatever reason, the monstrosity bosses, they actually take extra damage on headshots from this gun, even though no other types of enemies do. So if I shoot, for instance, this guy here, if I shoot him in the chest, 380, if I shoot him in the head, like, see, we're getting like 931 on the body, and then 760 in the head, right? So it's actually less effective sometimes to shoot enemies in the head with this gun for whatever reason. Yeah, it's just about the same on both. However, with bosses, with the monstrosities, all the monstrosities, you know, the Plague Ogre and the Burgle as well, the body shots are only doing damage like this. Looking at like 672. Headshots are doing damage like this, 1237. So aim for heads with these guys. It makes a really big difference. So I don't know why that is, but they do. Okay, as far as other stuff, Dum Dum, 20% stacking all damage to close range stuff. This includes to arcs from our ultimate and arcs from this gun. And then No Respite, which you'll see in play a lot in the gameplay. When enemies are staggered, including when they're staggered, like I demonstrated from the electrocution from our knife or whatever, then hitting them is going to deal up to 140% extra damage. Crazy damage buff, and you'll see me melt bosses with this because they're going to be staggered due to the chorus, holding them in place and massively staggering them. Down here we've got our Curios triple toughness with triple toughness regeneration speed, triple ally revive speed, and triple combat ability regeneration. Let's go over to the talent tree side of things. On the left, we're going to take power redistribution, last aim relay, flux conduit buildup, channel motive force, and then our artificer service skull with new spheric command and a medicae service skull. Gotta have this in the strongest build on Skitarii because having your allies around is actually quite important for us. We're going to go up here to the top. through auto repair doctrines, galvanized coating, system shock, such a crazy powerful node on this class. One thing you'll really get used to is doing a 2-tap where you tag him with this and then you hit him with the new spheric command afterwards. That extra 10% brittleness and that first chunk of damage is usually enough to set these enemies up, even on Havoc 40, to where the volley will kill them, and that's amazing. Then Retribution Conduit for up to 25% extra damage when we're just shooting targets based on our charges we have. Voltaic Emitter up here has the capacity to disable all enemies that are ranged for 12 seconds up to 30 meters, which is a great ability. However, the primary reason we want to use this is we want this right here, Voltaic Arcs, to jump out and hit enemies nearby, and we want Voltaic Motivator to jump off and give us 15% attack speed for 15 seconds, which is a long-ass buff, right? So when you see a big group of enemies like this is not really a big group of enemies, but you know what I mean, right? You'll do this first, and then you'll tap them, and they are taking so much extra damage after they're primed like that. However, a lot of times you don't want to use all of your charges, all 3 charges at once, because that just gives you extra electrocution on your attacks. You already electrocute with your attacks on arc rifles. It's kind of overkill, right? But how can we only use 2 charges instead of using all 3 at once? Well, that's where New Spheric Command comes in. All you gotta do is use New Spheric Command, and then ult right after. And then you will have preserved most of the charge. So you see I'm already back at 1 charge now because I cut some off of that last charge so it couldn't spend it. It couldn't spend that full charge. And now this enables me to get the juicy 15% attack speed buff, which is the reason why we got this up here, which really helps the arc rifle DPS, and it disables all those gunners, the most important 2 buffs that this thing can give. So really powerful. Then we come down here, Weakness Stylus Doctrine, Electrostide Conduit, as I mentioned, for the knife to make us just a god of keeping ourselves safe while we're in melee. Then we go Mobian Conductor, Threat Detection Imperative, Ammo Cell Augury, Gunsmith, I'll show you tech with this in a second, and then Ammo Restoration Pod. Over here we'll go Galvanic Market Rate, Assassination Protocols, which this combined with the perks on our arc rifle is going to push our damage versus monstrosities to 50% extra, which is nuts. That's why we're hitting for like almost 1300 on headshots. Then Superior Defense Engrams here, Hybrid Combat Covenant, and finally Power Overload. Might seem a curious choice. However, let's break down the numbers now. It's time to go through the numbers. So this buff right here, on average, I was getting this to trigger on a Havoc 40 that I just played every 17 3/4 seconds. So that means that in a 14 and almost 15 minute segment of a game, I triggered this 50 times. And that means that with 17-second uptime, or 17-second cooldown, and 8-second uptime, we are nearing that 50% mark in terms of the efficacy here. We're nearing 7.5% damage and 7.5% toughness damage reduction on average for everybody, including us, in coherency. That's actually a lot of stats. That actually adds up quite a bit. And then it adds up even more if you can get yourself to be in proximity of enemies with critical power overload. One of the best ways we can augment our damage, not only our damage, but our team's damage and New Spheric Command's damage, is to debuff enemies. We can already do it with System Shock. We can already do it with tagging them with New Spheric Command. You see that you get 15% extra damage there. However, we can also get it from applying this buff right here. So watch this. Oops. Now he's got 15 and another 15. You can't see it, but yeah, he takes extra damage from that overload, from that extra damage taken to the 7 area, which is awesome. That can stack up a lot of additional damage on targets around you, including bosses. And then we've got Static Capacitor Drain here. This is probably the reason you want to take this overall. Overloading 8 times giving you 15% flat damage, right? So now we're at 7.5% on average, plus another 15 for over 20%, and 20% toughness damage reduction, and 25% base capacitance generation, which means another 0.5% every single second. So that's over the course of a 40-minute game like I played, about 1200%. And when you divide that into the capacitance total that I have, which is like 88, it's almost 15 total ultimates. It's a lot of juice that you actually get from this over the course of the game, and it's passive. You don't have to be attacking stuff. It happens during downtime as well. And because these buffs are happening all the time, there's no expectation, there's no requirements. You know, it's just going to passively provide benefit to you and augment not only your damage, but everyone else's as well. So it's a nice little buff for everybody on the team, all considered. And it performs equally well, probably better, honestly, because it's easier to get to this talent point than pretty much any of these other ones in terms of the talent points. It means we get to spend a lot of other quality life stuff. Then finally, let me show you a couple of really cool techs you can pull, some of which may or may not be potential. I already showed you the one with voltaic emitter, so you can save your charge by using Newspheric first. But did you know that Newspheric can also be more powerful than it was ever meant to be? If you are at 3 charges when you use this ultimate, now for the next 15 seconds, Newspheric gets to electrocute enemies for some fucking reason. So now not only is it one of the highest DPS like laser guns in the world, it can just melt like all these targets and put so much more damage on them than was ever intended, and just obliterate Reapers, obliterate bulwarks. Yeah, it's crazy what this does. So yeah, you can actually use that if you're like out of ammo, get 3 stacks of your charge up, and then go to town with Newspheric for 15 seconds. The other thing you can do is what I call the taped mag for Gunsmith here. So you might have seen this, or you might have even had this happen accidentally. Anytime you reload with this gun, it has a 4-stage reload. So all we have to wait for is that right there. Once you slot that reload in, then you wait for your gun to reload to maximum with the passive of Gunsmith. However, I'm going to stop it early here, and I'm going to shoot the rest of my mag out. And what you'll see is when my mag runs out here, or actually I guess it could happen at any time, but imagine I'm just like going Rambo. I'm like, yeah, shoot. Reload, shoot, like keep shooting. That's how you do the tape mag there. So anytime you are low and you need to reload, you can simply pop this bad boy out, get it primed, get it set right there, and then let it passively reload in the background. And then you don't have to use this, right? You can hold this for a rainy day, and I often will. I'll prepare this ahead of time when I've got some downtime, and then I might have a combat where I can shoot a couple times, get rid of these guys here, and then I don't need to do any more. I've killed the enemies I need to kill. Let's let it passively reload. But that one time every couple of minutes where you have a massive spray down, you're like, oh my god, I need to shoot everything in the world. Yeah. Like that is when you'll want to be able to instantly reload and get that hot swap and continue firing, where otherwise you would have been stuck in that 6-second reload animation. So super cool. It's definitely not intended neither as the Newspheric thing, but it's fun to abuse anyway. And there you go, guys. Crazy powerful build, pumping millions of damage, easily the highest DPS that Skitarii can currently pull, and it also provides a ton of benefit to your team in terms of crowd control and shutting down enemies and debuffing enemies, and just generally being an absolute menace to anything that tries to get to your team and attack them. Love it so much. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the gameplay. See you soon. Mystery out. Bye-bye. Are you a good player? Nice. Even better. Now I'm optimistic. Wait, is that you're a member? Nice! There should be a special badge for my members in the game. There should be a way I can identify them. Right. I'm really pressure Fat Shark to add titles. Or just people who pay me money. They'd be into that, right? What's that bursty? Oh, they went. Okay, yeah. Looks on you, you're fucking dead. Only the best. Does that mean if he puts down the stems and he doesn't say that, I need to be like second guessing whether or not they are the best that time, or... Up and down. Oh boy. Blast him. Good luck. me out of this fucking gas. Holy shit.
Remember that!
His lights in the pocket! Yes,
Oh, it's green. Oh, fuck. Do you know, even though the arc rifle doesn't have a headshot multiplier, it does double damage if you shoot bosses in the head. No idea why. It does about 1,000 damage in the head. That was fortunate. Christians are behind us. Like, I would have spent like $200 on a fucking keyboard yesterday, but I have a mouse pad that I've had for like 4 years, and it's a piece of shit that I got for like $9. It's sliding on my desk constantly. Fighting with it right now. Oh my god, dude, we got the good seed here. This is all shotgunners. Oh, fucking easy street. Oh, back down here. I can just grab him from across the room if we get over here. Oh, nice. We got Kesman too. No juice for this. Get for us ready. Can you fucking... Holy shit, the pink, dude. What? I did the glitch reel and it's still not ready, huh? Nice, rocket. Trap blast. Not to use one there, but I gotta use them where I can. Mantle? Okay. I guess I'm not mantling that. Oh, what? Okay, well. I'm gonna do spheric myself clear here. I think we're safe. Let me get that gun right there. I can't quite target him, actually. Yeah, you're in a good spot. Oh, same. Look at this shit. It's the second immigrant, nice. Fuck, oh god, oh god. Give me that. Zeno, get over here and give me that juice, I need it. Yeah. That's a great run. It's getting cut off, don't worry. I didn't say how it's getting cut. Oh, behind, big horde behind. Oh, fuck me. Nice. I'm gonna use an ammo crate. behind. Dog did like a 720 and then got shot to death on new Spheric.
To face your true destiny.
Just stay out in this hallway. That's the demon hosting there somewhere. Oh, there's twins. Back to the health station. Good burster behind us. Good job.
I can argue with your multiplier brand.
What? Okay. Kill him. I'm gonna just hit that twice. Block it. God damn it. The anti-corruption. I was like, oh my tootsies! Perfect angle.
Flamer dead! Kill the dead gunner! Over! You must...
Oh, Bucky spiders. Oh. Leave me alone? Question mark? Okay, thank you. Ammo! Oh no, I got 2 bullets on. I just printed them from my asshole. GG!